At 12. Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
Hi, good morning. Happy Friday. It is May 21st.
We're going to mix things up a little bit. The morning commute is over, but we've had some traffic troubles on the north side, and they have just now started to clear up, but they made for a mess going out of downtown. Let's check in with our traffic expert, Samuel King. He's here with more on that situation and where it is. Samuel.
Good morning, Stephanie. This is actually 281 north. So if you're heading up toward the quarry area out of downtown, we had a pretty major crash there at 281 and Divine. Had 3 lanes blocked at one point. Traffic was down to 1 lane. You still see some red here on our traffic map. This icon saying kind of where that crash was a little bit earlier. So that's just something that we've been following this morning. And here's also we also had some delays on I-10 coming into downtown. Some of our folks were mentioning that. Those are starting to clear as well. But just if we could take a look here at some video or take a look at TransGuide this morning just to show you what's going on in that area right now. And we can there we go. This is from earlier. So this is what we had earlier there at 281 and Divine. We think what happened here, and we're going to get some more information, a car actually hit the wall there. And the way it hit the wall, they were kind of forced to sort of close those lanes there. You see the fire response. They weren't quite sure what they had out there early on. So it was a major response, and you see the traffic there backing up. But at one point I mentioned it's there at 2 lanes when we were capturing this about 45 minutes ago or so. It was actually down to 1 lane. So as you can imagine, it caused some major backups. But now that that highway is back open at 281, fully open now, I see sort of a live view. All lanes are open. Those delays are quickly getting better. And otherwise, we're not really seeing many issues across the area right now. So, but again, just something to continue to watch out for. Some heavy traffic there. Downtown, 281 at Divine are heading up to the north side. Also still some residual delays downtown. We can bring it back out here just to the studio here, so just so you can see, we still have that icon there, but everything else, 1604, that's starting to get better. But if you're in the downtown area, if you know someone heading downtown, maybe give it another 10-15 minutes and things should clear out. And we'll keep an eye on it throughout the show. If we have any updates, we'll bring it to you. Mark, Stephanie, and Justin.
All right. Thank you, Samuel. Taking a look outside with live cam this morning. Not as cool as it was yesterday morning.
No, a lot more humidity. And we've got some new developments here in the Gulf of Mexico that we need to talk about, guys. So we mentioned there was going to be a little area of low pressure down there. Well, now the Hurricane Center is keeping close tabs on this. I want to show you the satellite and radar here in the Gulf of Mexico. You can see the swirl right there. Hurricane Center is now giving this a 40% chance of development. Hurricane season doesn't start for another 10 days or so, but here we are. We're going to watch this. Look, the bottom line is we're going to see some tropical moisture out of this. It doesn't look like it's going to be a big deal. There's a small window for this to develop. It's not going to have a whole lot of time before it moves inland later tonight. But we do expect that we'll get some downpours, mainly east of I-35 next couple of days. Doesn't really change our forecast that much, at least as it stands right now. 68 degrees, Boulevard 72 in San Antonio. The sun is out, but there are some clouds down to the south and west. 72 Hondo, 72 in Divine, and cloudy in Uvalde, 69 there. Forecast for today, we'll keep in a 20% chance of rain. I think the best chances today are going to be east of I-35 and really later in the day. 85 your high temperature. We're going to have much more on the tropics and your weekend forecast coming up in just a bit, guys.
Thank you very much, Justin. Again, it's Friday morning, May 21st. So glad you are with us. There's a new study out right now that's getting a lot of attention. It has to do with alcohol consumption.
Yeah, just in time for the weekend, guys. So according to this article from CNN Health, there is no such thing as a safe level of drinking with increased consumption of alcohol associated with poor brain health, according to a new study.
Yeah, in this new study, which has not yet been peer reviewed, researchers at the University of Oxford studied the relationship between the self-reported alcohol intake of some 25,000 people in England and their brain scans.
So the researchers noted that drinking had an effect on the brain's gray matter, and so that's regions in the brain that can make up important bits where information is processed, and this is according to the lead author on that study.
The more people drank, the less the volume of their gray matter, simply put.
Yeah, and so they said, the researchers said that brain volume reduces with age and more severely, of course, with dementia. Smaller brain volume also predicts worse performance on memory testing.
So the overall headline here, and again, more needs to be done, But they're saying drinking any amount of alcohol causes some sort of damage to the brain.
Yes, and it can be impacted even more also with certain characteristics like high blood pressure, obesity, and binge drinking as well.
But Google that article again about the latest study on alcohol consumption and potential effects on the human brain.
All right, for now, let's look at today's 9 at 9. After 11 days of attacks, both Israel and Hamas have accepted a ceasefire facilitated by Egypt. The violence has been described as the worst outbreak in the Mideast since 2014, killing at least 230 Palestinians and 12 Israelis.
In New York City, multiple people were arrested at protests over Mideast violence in Times Square. This happened just hours after the ceasefire was announced.
A protest is planned for this morning at a school in Denver, Colorado, after 2 students posted photos reenacting the death of George Floyd. The school says it is investigating.
An Amazon construction site in Connecticut has been shut down until Monday after reports another noose was found. One was found about a month ago at the same work site.
Today, President Biden will host South Korean President Moon Jae-in at the White House. They will discuss denuclearization of the Korean Peninsula after years of trying with multiple U.S. administrations.
Japan has approved 2 vaccines for use, Moderna and AstraZeneca. This comes as the country continues to see a surge in coronavirus cases over the past 9 weeks.
Even as some coronavirus restrictions are being lifted, the World Health Organization in Europe is urging people to avoid international travel. The agency says they are still concerned about more transmissible variants like the one first detected in India.
Governor Abbott's executive order banning local governments from imposing mask mandates goes into effect tonight. Texans can only be required to wear masks in businesses that require them and at hospitals.
3 of the cruise lines from Carnival are now setting their sights on their first cruises out of the U.S. since the pandemic began. Cruises from Seattle to Alaska now set to sail in July. And that's today's 9 at 9.
Other top stories we're following today. A man facing charges after Bexar County deputies say he led them on a chase while under the influence of alcohol.
And they say it started around 1 this morning near 410 in San Pedro near North Star Mall. Investigators say the man is in his 30s and he failed to stop after he was seen cutting off another driver and hitting a guardrail.
Deputies initially lost him, but then he was seen running a red light at Vance Jackson at Cherry Ridge. Deputies were able to catch up with the man as he pulled into his own driveway. There, he was taken into custody.
A reminder to parents in the Uvalde area, school has been canceled for most campuses due to a water main break.
At Dalton Elementary, Flores Elementary, Morales Junior High, and Uvalde High School in Uvalde, CISD have all been canceled for today.
This includes virtual classes, after school, and extracurricular activities.
New into our newsroom, the Woody Museum is the latest business to update its mask policy. Starting tomorrow, visitors who are fully vaccinated no longer have to wear face coverings, but those who are not still need to wear a mask. The Woody says they'll continue to encourage social distancing and hand sanitization.
Six Flags Fiesta Texas is also easing their protocols. They are following the same CDC guidance, and it also applies to employees who are vaccinated. They're also no longer doing temperature checks.
In your headlines across the country this morning, a dangerous jump for kids in Arizona. Some good Samaritans come to the rescue in New York, and a mother reacts to her daughter almost getting kidnapped.
But first, a brush fire in Santa Barbara, California got uncomfortably close to a TV news studio. Intense flames from the Loma fire, which broke out last night, burned on the hillside just below the KEYT newsroom.
A news anchor opened a back door to show just how close the flames were to the station. Then everyone evacuated the building. Look at that. That fire quickly grew to 20 acres. About 50 homes and other buildings were threatened. At least one home was damaged.
Officials say the brush fire is now 40% contained. There's no word yet on what caused that fire, and there are no reports of injuries.
We're hearing from the mother of that young girl who escaped an attempted kidnapping at a bus stop in Florida.
If I would have lost her yesterday, the chances of me getting her back would have been very slim.
Amber Banal says the girl in the video is her 11-year-old daughter, Alyssa. Nearly every day, Banal walks her around the corner of the bus stop. Tuesday, she didn't, instead needing to take care of her baby.
As a mom, she says she feels a sense of responsibility for what could have been.
It's creating guilt for not for not going out there. I mean, but I can't let that tear me up because I was going out there. None of this is not my fault. It's not her fault. This is that man's fault.
From now on, she says someone will always drive Alyssa to school. As for the man under arrest, he is still in jail on a $1.5 million bond.
4 children were hurt Thursday after a gust of wind lifted a bounce house into the air. The kids were jumping in the inflatable during a party in Mesa, Arizona. One witness said the bounce house went several feet into the air.
A deputy fire chief said the children were taken to a hospital with moderate to serious injuries. Age range from 5 to 11. According to meteorologists, wind gusts reached up to 22 miles per hour in that area Thursday afternoon.
In Brooklyn, New York, 7 men came to the rescue of an 11-year-old boy who fell 25 feet through a subway crate.
Wow, police say the boy was playing hide and seek, ran through a fenced-off area, didn't realize the grate was missing. That's when he fell through that hole and landed near the L train tracks.
The boy's father and 6 men playing basketball nearby worked together using a dog leash to pull the boy to safety.
Yeah, he's there. I can hear him.
And another rescue in Florida, this time for a kitten. A Miami woman said she was headed to work when she saw the kitten running through traffic. So she pulled over and put it in her car, but then the kitten crawled under her steering wheel.
And the kitten got stuck, and the fire department had to then rescue it a second time. Now, for some reason, no Miami shelter would take the kitten, so the woman had to pay $160 for an Uber to take it to a shelter an hour away.
So now the shelter calls the kitten Uber.
Aw, we'll hope Uber gets adopted soon.
Uber will get a home.
Yeah.
9:09, about 72 degrees. Still ahead on GMSA at 9.
Military Appreciation Month is happening now, and what better way to show your appreciation than visiting a veteran business owner? Alicia Beretta will introduce us to Renee Jackson a little later on.
Plus, a look at some of the sweet incentives some states are offering in order to get more people vaccinated against COVID-19.
And we are live at Delview Elementary School, home of the Dolphins. They have decorated for the big porch parade. The kids are pumped, and so is the principal. We'll talk to her when we come back.
9:13 on your Friday morning. Fiesta coming back next month. It's going to look a little bit different with the Fiesta Porch Parade instead of the Flambeau and Battle of Flowers.
But in order to make this porch parade happen, we need the help of people, businesses, and even schools to get in the Fiesta spirit.
David Sears live at Delview Elementary, one local school getting in on the Fiesta action. David,
Yeah, you know,
good
people
morning.
are decorating their houses all over the city. People are decorating businesses, and yes, even schools getting in on the act. Delview Elementary Schools got some decorations going, getting in on the excitement of the porch parade. We're with the principal of Delview Elementary. Good morning.
Good morning.
Kelly, how you doing?
I'm good. Good.
Nungesser is the principal. When you told the kids that you were going to participate in the porch parade, what was their reaction?
They were really excited. You know, last year we didn't have the opportunity to do anything for Fiesta due to the pandemic. And so to bring Fiesta back in any capacity, they were excited to be a part of it.
I got to ask you about the Dolphins. You guys'
Yes.
nickname is the Dolphins.
Yes.
Where'd you find all these Dolphins?
We are the Delview Dolphins. Amazon is where we found, I know you can find everything there. So all the balloons, the dolphin balloons are from Amazon.
You mentioned the fact that last year didn't get to participate in really anything Fiesta-wise. Not only the kids were excited this year that y'all were going to do some stuff, but I understand the parents were pretty thrilled about getting to participate in some stuff this year as well. Tell us about that.
Yes, they were. And so this idea was brought to us by one of our grandparents in our community. And so after we were able to set everything up the past few days, we've had parents come by, take pictures, have their kids come out and take pictures with them, just to bring back that Fiesta spirit to the school.
Does it get the community more involved after what we've been through with this pandemic and the separation of kids from school and kids from friends? Does that kind of bring everybody together?
It does. Yeah, it's been really great to see and have all the kids, you know, come together. Kids were helping with balloons and pictures as well. So it's just been great for all of us to synergize together and come up with this great display for our school and for the Fiesta Porch Parade.
Yeah, it was tough missing Fiesta last year, wasn't it?
It was, yes, very much so.
So at least we're having some participation in Fiesta events this year. And I got to tell you, guys know when the barges go down the street or go down the river or go down the at night parade, the Flambeau parade, you're always yelling at the young ladies on the barges to show us their boots, right? Well, that's the theme of this decoration. theme right here. It's not exactly show us your boots, it's show us your books. So all the kids who have pictures have a book that they're reading. So there you go. That's how you incorporate education into Fiesta here at Delview Elementary. And coming up in the next half hour, we're going to talk to a teacher about the reading, about books, about Fiesta, and about how excited these kids were in class to participate in some porch parade decoration. So pretty fun. If you want to, you can still decorate your school for the porch parade. Got to get it done this weekend because the entry has to be in by Monday night at 11:59 p.m. If you're after 11, if it's 11:59:01, not going to count. It's 11:59. If you're a school, you know how those directions go. So I'm sure all the kids aren't watching right now. So mom, dad, grandma, grandpa, tell your school to get decorated, get ready to go.
David,
so
show us your shoes.
Yeah, your shoes or your books.
So, yeah, well, I don't have a book, but some of these books look pretty good, though, don't they?
Yeah.
I got some shoes.
We just wanted to be able to say it at least once this year.
Yeah.
Thank you, David.
Thanks, David. And Metro Health has an invitation for the community to get a COVID-19 vaccine and receive one of the new KSAT Fiesta medals.
Free KSAT Fiesta medals be given out during the Metro Health clinics this Sunday and Monday to people who receive the vaccine. Sunday's event happening at Antioch Sports Complex from 9 a.m. to 5, and Mondays will be at the Knights of Columbus Hall from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m.
The new medals are on a first-come, first-served basis for the first 500 people at each event. So there will be a KSAT 12 medal, SA Live, Adam Caskey, Thermometer Thursday medal, Texas Eats medal, and Weather Authority. Lots to choose from.
Yeah, I keep forgetting we have so many medals to choose from because we're out of
we are.
routine
We didn't
now.
really do that last year, so yeah. Welcome back, Fiesta.
Welcome back, indeed.
A Weather Authority medal. That's right. I forgot you guys had a team medal.
We're excited about that. It feels good to get back into the swing of things.
Yeah,
really
it does.
Feels good. Fiesta. I love it. And, you know, we're watching what's going on in the Gulf of Mexico. We mentioned this a little bit earlier, guys. Water vapor really kind of tells the story here. We see that circulation very nicely sitting out there, and it's going to start to throw some moisture in our direction. One other thing I want to point out here is this orange-yellow color here. That represents some pretty dry air. That's sitting over our western counties. So that's kind of the setup that you can expect over the weekend. San Antonio to the east, that's where the better moisture will be. That's where the better rain chances will be. If you're west of that, things will be a little bit drier, unfortunately. And looking at the satellite picture, this little circulation is getting a little tighter. It does look like it's maybe a little better organized. Probably not truly tropical yet, but the Hurricane Center is watching this, and waters are warm enough here that there could be some development. You see the rain there on the east side of it. And as we look at the Hurricane Center, what they think, 40% chance of development. One issue here is it's going to run out of real estate pretty quickly. Looks like it'll move inland later tonight. And so that doesn't give it a whole lot of opportunity to develop here, but it is something we need to watch. And yesterday, NOAA put out their hurricane forecast, and as you might expect, it is expected to be an above average year. They're looking for 13 to 20 named storms, 6 to 10 hurricanes, 3 to 5 major hurricanes. That would be above average on top of last year's really, really busy season. So here's what the forecast looks like. With that in mind, by 8 o'clock this evening, we've got some showers, some downpours east of I-35. And then as we get into tomorrow, I think pretty similar. This actually does not show a whole lot through midday, just a couple showers here or there, and then some more downpours showing up along Interstate 10 and off to the east. I actually think Sunday may be our best chance for rain, but even then it's a 40% shot. So as we've been saying, keep your weekend plans. Just know there could be some downpours around, and have an umbrella on standby. 40% chance of rain Sunday, 40% chance Monday. The rain chances really do start to fall off Tuesday, Wednesday, and into next week. Right now, 72 at the airport, partly cloudy skies, northeasterly winds at about 7 miles per hour. Cloud cover for the most part is cleared out here around San Antonio. 73 Port SA, 74 at Stinson, but more cloud cover to the south and west. 73 in Del Rio, 70 in Uvalde, and 71 right now in Gonzales. Dew points are high, and they're only going to get higher, so expect a lot of moisture out there. Forecast for today, just a 20% chance of rain. Easterly winds 5 to 15 miles per hour. We'll get it up to 85 degrees. And then tomorrow, 83, 30% chance of rain, generally east of I-35, as we said. And then a 40% chance Sunday, Monday. Temperatures start to jump up here too. It is going to be drier and certainly warmer by the middle part of next week, guys.
More like the May that we know, Justin.
That's right.
Thank you.
Yep.
9:21.
It's Military Appreciation Month, a time to honor our active and former military. Just ahead on GMSA at 9, the inspiring story of an Army veteran who loves working and serving his community through Pizza Pizza.
Welcome back. 9:24. May is Military Appreciation Month, a time to pay tribute to military men and women who have sacrificed so much for our freedom.
In celebration of this month, Alicia Beretta met with one local veteran who served in the Army for more than 20 years, had 2 tough battles with cancer, and has successfully expanded his small business.
She's live in Helotes with more on how retired Lieutenant Colonel Renee Jackson overcame the obstacles and became the businessman he is today. Good morning, Alicia.
Good morning. Well, a special way to celebrate Military Appreciation Month is definitely by recognizing the stories of our local veterans like Renee Jackson and supporting military-connected small businesses like his. He owns 6 Little Caesar locations, including this one in Helotes, and he says it's all, of course, about Pizza Pizza, but especially about giving back to the community he's part of.
Hi, good morning. Come on in to Little Caesars.
Renee Jackson is a proud Army veteran.
I served for about 24 years from 1984 to 2012. I retired as a lieutenant colonel.
He was medically retired by the Army after being diagnosed with stage 3 colon cancer, and years later, another bout with a different cancer.
I got diagnosed with cancer a second time, and this time I had advanced throat cancer. So we started the process all over again. Chemo, radiation, trying to get better.
But the veteran, whose career focused on logistics,
its life and its inception, the pizza will come all the way through these little stations that we're going to walk through, and you'll understand how it's made.
Had dreams of owning a small business.
If you're green here and you got pizzas here, you're doing good. If one of those blocks is red, you need to be making more pizzas. I had already signed on to be a Little Caesar franchisee, and I looked at a lot of different franchises, and Little Caesars had a great veterans program, and it just worked really, really well. A lot of incentives, a lot of specials, a lot of assistance.
Thousands of pizzas later, and with the support from his family, Jackson has opened a total of 6 Little Caesar stores in a span of 8 years.
So we went Lytle, Pearsall, Helotes, Marble Falls, New Brunswick, and Hondo.
In between all the orange on the walls of his stores, you'll see plaques and banners that honor his service. But it's the community posters and fundraiser flyers he's most proud of.
Talk to one of our register orders and customize any type of pizza. Being a retiree and being a small business owner, you also have to give something back to the communities that you operate in. You have to, because it's like they're going to make or they're going to break you.
Now he evaluates the course of action for his next projects.
Hi, good morning. Come on in. What can I get you, ma'am?
As within the next 6 to 8 months, Jackson and his team will open 2 more stores.
You know, with great rewards come great responsibilities as well.
Jackson says he's been able to use his military background in logistics daily to make sure that his businesses are succeeding, making profit, but also he's been able to use these lessons to help those young employees succeed beyond these walls. So an amazing story. Mark, Steph?
Well, Alicia, it looks like Renee has been a lot, with his health through a lot. So how's he doing now?
At the VA, and he's proud to announce that his cancer has been in remission for more than 10 years. So today and always, we celebrate him. Back to you.
Fantastic news. Thank you, Alicia Beretta, out there live in Helotes. And Lieutenant Colonel Jackson, thank you for your service, sir. Right now it is 9:28. We're about 75 degrees.
And still ahead on GMSA at 9, the pandemic put a lot of emphasis on health, mentally and physically. Still ahead, Erica Hernandez has some tips to consider if you're focusing on your fitness.
In San Antonio, you might be able to get a Fiesta medal for getting vaccinated, but in other states, you have a shot at being a millionaire. We'll take a look at some of those incentives.
And we are live here at Delview Elementary. You know, when the kids get excited about something, sometimes it's a little hard to control them. We're going to talk to the 3rd grade teacher when we come back about how excited these kids are about participating in the porch parade. Next.
Hi, we're back with another look at Delview Elementary. David Sears has been there all morning getting a look at their porch parade decorations, which is taking the place of the Battle of Flowers and the Fiesta Flambeau Parade.
David, we understand you got a teacher who had a big hand in this decorating process. Tell us about it.
And welcome back to Delview Elementary up here near 410 I-10. Of course, we've been talking about the porch parade and how schools can get involved in decorating their school and getting $5,000 for like their arts department, and they've got some other prizes. So if you're one of these elementary schools and you want to get on this, you've got this weekend and you got to enter come Monday night. We'll talk a little bit about that later on. But first off, we're with Sylvia Bogus, who's the third grade teacher. When you told the kids in the classroom about this opportunity to decorate their school for Fiesta, what was their reaction?
The reaction was overwhelmed. They were so happy to go ahead and continue the tradition of Fiesta. We had a little celebration in April where the kinder had a float parade, and so the excitement was even more so when they came out and were able to see the results of what we had put together for our porch parade.
What was it like for you as the teacher? I mean, there's so much virtual teaching over the last year and a half, and to have these kids in the classroom and actually see their expressions, the excitement on their face, knowing that they're going to get to participate in an event like this.
Oh, it's so amazing. Just having the kids here every single day. They have the routine and the love, and we were able to build relationships with them. They were coming out here. They like to come after recess and just kind of see the front porch, and they were in the middle of the ramp just kind of waving and smiling, pretending like they were on the float. So they had a lot of fun with this, and are so excited to be able to incorporate two things that we love. Number one, we're leaders here at Delview. That is one of the things that we stress a lot of, being leaders, and then also our love for books. They love books. Reading is our thing. So two things at Delview, leaders and readers. So that was the reason why we came up with our theme, Show Us Your Books.
Kind of a takeoff of
Show Us Your Shoes. That's right.
Show us your shoes.
Yes, and so it's Show Us Your Books.
Show us your books. So these kids love to read.
They love to read. It's so amazing. And that's a great thing here, also having them here in person, having that books and having a variety of books for them. So, yeah, that's what our theme is about.
And it makes a difference this year having at least be able to participate in Fiesta, because as we grow older, we think back about when we were in school and got to do some stuff. So this is good for their memories as well as everything else that goes along with it.
As well as for the community, because we've had a lot of parents who have come and taken pictures in front of our porch parade here. And so it's not only building a relationship here at school, but also with our community.
All right. Thank you, man.
Thank you.
How's your class right now? What
Great.
are they doing in there? What do you think they're doing in
there? They're doing PE right now. They're in PE, so they're in a good place.
So they're not in the classroom?
No, they're not in their classroom by themselves. They are in PE.
Or anything like that?
No.
Okay. Teacher's gone. Those kids are going to be messing around in there. So one of them's going to be doing something without the teacher looking. You know that. You guys know that. I don't know which one of you would have been that kid. But
David.
Why are you stirring up trouble at an elementary school?
Yeah, you're trying to give the kids some ideas, David. Thank you, David, wearing your matching yellow with me.
He's like, I'm out. Yep, there he goes. He's done. He's done. Walking away. That was almost a mic drop, wasn't it?
Almost. Speaking of school, summer school will look a lot different this year.
Sure will, Steph. School districts across Bexar County expanding their summer school programs to help students who fell behind because of the pandemic.
At Northside ISD, typically for high school students, they have one campus host during summer school, but this year, every high school in the district will offer it.
That's because more students have fallen behind, like Jacob Chandler, a junior at Warren, who will be attending summer school year.
I hope to get all my credits that I need and just to pass, really. I became lazy over time. Didn't want to do anything, really. My grandpa caught COVID 2 times. He was hospitalized.
And Chandler's principal tells us that he is not alone. There are a lot of students who had to take up more responsibility or deal with the pressure of the pandemic.
So summer school will be in person and have more resources like counselors to help get students back on track.
And have you heard of the pandemic pounds or the quarantine 15? Well, now that things are seeming to get back to normal, gyms are open, parks are packed, and more people are looking for ways to look and feel their best.
Eric Hernandez has advice from fitness experts who say there are some things you need to remember before getting back into an exercise routine.
The last year has been a tough one when it comes to our bodies and health. So if you're getting motivated to get back into the gym, sports medicine doctors with the Cleveland Clinic say there's several things you need to remember.
First, if you have recovered from COVID-19, returning back to sports and exercise can be a slow and sometimes frustrating process. So whether you're just walking down the street, hitting the treadmill, or picking up some weights again, doctors say take it easy. The Cleveland Clinic says don't try to power through like you used to do. It's recommended you follow a gradual progression and build up the time and intensity of your workouts. So start small, like with a slow walk, and then gradually increase if it feels okay. It may take a couple of weeks to work back up to the basic level you were at before the pandemic. Next, make sure to be patient with your body. Even if you were a marathon runner, you still need to be cautious and don't push your body too hard, too fast. Finally, keep in mind that getting back into shape is more than just exercising. Sports medicine doctors say you also need to get a proper amount of rest. Drink plenty water, eat good food, and follow advice by healthcare professionals. Fitness professionals say some of the easiest exercises are light jogging, using light weights, and possibly even joining a fitness class if one is available to keep you in a good routine. And since everyone is different, always talk to your own health professionals to get the best ways you can get your own body back into shape. Erica Hernandez, KSAT 12 News.
You may remember earlier this week we told you about how Ohio's doing that raffle where residents can be eligible to win up to $1 million just for getting vaccinated. Well, now more states are following their lead and offering incentives for people to get vaccinated.
Like New York, the governor announced lottery scratch tickets for people who are vaccinated with a $5 million top prize.
Everybody wins. You have a 1 in 9 chance of winning the lottery, but you get the vaccine and you win.
Go out and get vaccinated for your chance to win a share of this $2 million.
Imagine being that guy. Yeah, you are the lottery ball today. Just stand over here next to the governor. So yeah, vaccinated people in Maryland now have a chance to win $40,000 every day for 40 days with a grand prize of $400,000.
In West Virginia, people 16 to 35 who get the shot can now register for a $100 savings bond or gift card.
Let's go outside with live cam. The weekend just about here. What's the latest, Justin?
We are looking at some cloudy skies there on live cam, but what we are watching is down in the Gulf of Mexico. There is a circulation down there now, and it's starting to get a low level circulation. So the Hurricane Center is keeping an eye on this. It's not going to become a hurricane, but we could see this spin up into maybe a tropical depression later tonight. Do we need to worry? Probably not. Looks like our forecast doesn't change a whole lot here. We still think that we'll get some tropical downpours over the weekend, but you can see it there. Pretty nice looking circulation, and the Hurricane Center is giving us now a 40% chance of development here over the next day or so, and we'll certainly keep close tabs on it. Pollen count, molds are moderate, grass is low, pigweed is low, molds on their way down, thankfully. And looking at temperatures, 72 Bernie Stage, clouds starting to roll in here to San Antonio, 72 at the airport, 73 down there in Pleasanton, 70 in Uvalde. Forecast for today, just a 20% chance of a shower or storm, and that's going to be mainly east of I-35. Temperatures up around 85 degrees. We'll talk more about the tropical weather here and our weekend forecast in just a couple minutes, guys.
All right, Justin, thank you. Taking a look out at TransGuide, there is a scene there where we had the accident earlier at 281 and Divine.
Northbound was all jammed up, but wide open now. Right now it's 9:41, and we'll be right back. 9:44, not officially hurricane season, but I see the spaghetti plots over there. Justin Horn is back.
Yeah, 2021's already thrown a few things at us this year.
After last year, come on.
Right.
I mean, it's kind of like, par for course here. But yes, so it looks like we're getting a little bit of an early start to a hurricane season. Now, out in the Atlantic, we have one system that may become a name storm. But you know what? It's a subtropical storm. It's not going to affect any land, so we're not going to worry about that too much. But look what's going on here in the Gulf of Mexico. This is what was just a little mid-level circulation. It's now starting to get some surface circulation here, and we can see it here in the visible satellite picture along with the radar. Hurricane Center is going to watch this. Now, the one thing we have in our favor is that it doesn't have a whole lot of real estate to work with, and it will probably move inland, and we're not expecting rapid development or anything like that. But this could become a tropical depression as it works towards the Texas coast, and right now looks like it would move in a northwesterly direction. Of course, the next question becomes, what does that mean for us? I don't think it changes the forecast all that much. We're still going to get some scattered downpours over the weekend. There could be some heavier pockets of rain, but right now we still have rain chances at about a 40% chance. We'll keep a close eye on it, but again, I don't think it changes much what we would expect. Looking at what the Hurricane Center thinks, there's a 40% chance of development next couple days as this moves towards Texas. Forecast looks like this. We have some scattered showers and storms this afternoon, actually more isolated, I think, and it's going to be especially east of I-35. So here in San Antonio, we may not see much today. As we get into tomorrow, pretty similar, isolated showers to maybe some scattered activity off to the east. This is noontime tomorrow. Again, doesn't show much here in San Antonio, and even around 5 o'clock. I think rain chances actually do increase a little bit on Sunday into Monday, and if we do get some of these heavier downpours, they could produce some pretty decent rain. Here's how the rain chances play out as it looks right now. 20% chance Friday, Saturday 30% chance, then we'll up it to a 40% chance Sunday and Monday. I will say, though, kind of depending on the path of this system and if it develops a little bit more, this is subject to change. So stick with us and make sure and check that KSAT weather app. We'll update as necessary. Outside right now, 74 degrees at the airport, 76 Stinson, 73 Kelly, 70 at Randolph, and winds are generally out of the east 5 to 15 miles per hour. Cloud cover trying to move back in briefly, but looks like the sun will pop back out here in a little while. We'll go partly to mostly cloudy today. 74 at the airport, 72 Bernie Stage, 76 in New Braunfels, 72 in Seguin, and a lot more cloud cover down towards Cotulla and Carrizo Springs. We're in the low 70s. Sun for Kennedy and Victoria, where temperatures are starting to jump up into the mid 70s, and dew points are high. It's going to be humid, that's for sure. Next few days, really into the foreseeable future. Forecast for today, 20% chance of rain, as we mentioned. High temperature up there around 85. Extended forecast will go 83 tomorrow, 81 Sunday, 82 Monday, and we'll watch out for some of those tropical downpours next few days. Rain chances, though, do come to an end by the middle part of next week, and it looks like we move into a more typical May warm, partly cloudy situation, guys.
It's what we know.
Yes.
Thank you, Justin.
Yep.
Good news for Disney and Halloween fans. The 1993 cult classic Hocus Pocus is getting a sequel.
You will see Bette Midler, Sarah Jessica Parker, and Kathy Najimy once again as the Sanderson sisters. So in Hocus Pocus 2, 3 young women accidentally bring the sisters back to modern-day Salem. But don't go lighting that black flame candle just yet. It will be a while until it comes out. The spooky sequel debuts exclusively on Disney Plus in 2022.
Happening tonight, several Asian American celebrities coming together for the CS Unite for Change virtual event.
The event is in support of the Asian Americans and Pacific Islanders communities. It will also bring attention to violence against the 2 communities that have been targeted during the pandemic. Some
appearances include Olivia Munn, the Black Eyed Peas, and Sesame Street's Elmo and Alan. CS Unite for Change airs tonight at 7 on MTV, BET, VH1, and something called Facebook Watch.
Apple TV launching a new mental health series today called The Me You Can't See.
It's a documentary series created by Oprah and Prince Harry. The 5-part documentary will have famous guests like Lady Gaga and Glenn Close talking about personal experiences with things like anxiety and depression.
There will also be mental health experts to dive into tools that can help with living and coping with mental health issues.
Well, attention, The Office and Gym fans, you have a chance to be a part of a special live stream Q&A session with John Krasinski next week.
So it's happening at the Evo in Kyle and Schertz. Those are the locations the fans will be able to see and hear the actor talk about his new film, A Quiet Place Part 2. So the Q&A happening next Thursday before the showing of the movie at 7 p.m. You can buy tickets for the event now on the Evo Entertainment's website. So the prices are $8 per adult and $650 per child. So for more information, head to our website at ksat.com.
Right now it's about 10 till 10 on your Friday, 76 degrees.
And a lot of us have our specialty drink, one we make better than anyone else. But do you have what it takes to put it to the test? We're going to tell you about a new Michelada contest still ahead.
Good morning.
Hey there.
Coming up on Live, Jesse Williams from Grey's Anatomy.
Plus, Bernadette Peters is here to talk about the charity Broadway Barks. We'll see you soon on Live.
Thanks, guys. CDC reports that roughly 1 in 25 adults have reported falling asleep at the wheel. Coming up today at noon, we'll tell you about this UTSA grad's invention that detects driver fatigue.
And is it time to get your budget back into shape? Tomorrow on Good Morning San Antonio, we have some easy ways to start saving money now, even if you're on a tight budget. Also happening tomorrow, Districts 3, 4, and 5 are hosting a Fiesta-themed vaccine clinic. 900 doses of the Johnson & Johnson vaccine will be available and no appointment is needed. So you must be 18 years or older and have your ID ready.
It'll be happening at 2600 Southwest Military Drive from 9 in the morning till noon. Again tomorrow, that's Saturday. And to get you in the Fiesta spirit, there will be free Fiesta medals while supplies last.
And let's take a quick look out with TransGuide this morning. Things were a little busy earlier, but right now, Loop 410 San Pedro looking good.
And we're at 76 degrees, 85 this afternoon. Partly cloudy skies, a couple showers off to the east of I-35. And we'll be watching very closely what's going on there in the Gulf of Mexico. Could provide us some tropical moisture this weekend. Some scattered afternoon downpours possible, especially as we get into Sunday.
San Antonio and Lone Star Brewing have some history, and to celebrate the return of Fiesta to the Alamo City, Lone Star Brewing Company excited to announce their first ever Rio Jade Michelada contest. It's called Rio Chelada, which is a mouthful.
Yeah, it is. This is a statewide contest with a $5,000 cash prize.
Participants encouraged to submit their very own Michelada creations using the Rio Jade beer and whatever spices and garnishes they choose. Registration for the contest opens starting now on June. Actually, it opens up on June 1st.
So
yes.
very soon. So finalists will have their Rio Chelada tasted by a panel of special guest judges at a private event in San Antonio happening on June 17th.
First place winner takes home $5,000. Second place takes home $1,500. Third place will receive $100 and some Lone Star beer swag.
And the contest open to any resident of the state of Texas of legal drinking age, and there is no fee to participate.
You guys Michelada fans?
Not really.
Not your top choice?
No, not really.
Yeah, now and then. But for more, go to LoneStarBeer.com.
Have a great weekend. Bye, guys.